If your spouse cannot stand your friends, it could have a negative effect on your marriage. Researchers poured over 16 years of data for a 2017 study. They looked at responses from 355 newlywed couples who participated in a University of Michigan survey. Couples were asked questions like, does your wife or husband have friends that you would rather she or he not spend time with? Wall Street Journal reporter Elizabeth Bernstein wrote about how these friendships can strain marriages in her latest column, and she joins us at the table. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
So we've been fascinated by this discussion.
Yes.
We've been having it since our editorial meeting yesterday because it's such an intriguing study. And I was sort of wondering if it's the reason that it may affect men and women differently is that women tend to have much longer or more integral relationships with their girlfriends. And dudes, we're just sort of like, if you don't like the woman that your friend is dating, you're like, not going to really say anything.
Not going to say
Not
anything.
my place.
It does exactly relate to male-female friendships. So the women have these intimate, deep friendships with their friends, their female friends especially. We're going to share everything and talk. Men are going to golf. They're going to sail. They're going to go do things together.
And don't
They're never
talk.
going to talk about
And they
it.
don't talk.
And they're not
Why
gonna
does it
share.
cause problems if the guy doesn't like the woman's friends?
So if he doesn't like her friends, several things. He could be intimidated by the intimacy she's sharing with the friend. He could be jealous of it. He could be worried she's talking about him. You know, all of these things can be sort of threatening to him. He may feel there's not intimacy in the relationship, the marriage. So why are you spending more time or talking to her about things you should talk to me?
So the odds of divorce are higher if the male doesn't like his wife's friends as opposed to the opposite, right?
Especially when he thinks that those friends are interfering.
Yeah. It was interesting to see that race also plays a role in this research. Tell us about that.
It's interesting because this effect, where if he doesn't like her friends, they're more likely to divorce, that effect was stronger for white couples. So the black couples were a little protected, and the researchers believe it's probably because black couples, blacks have maybe more strong family ties, or they look to their family more for this kind of nurturing and support, and maybe that was it. They also maybe have stronger church communities. There's other protective things around those couples.
If my best friend didn't like my husband or the guy I was dating, that would give me pause because I would think, what does she see that I don't, as opposed to you're wrong about him?
Exactly. So, and that's another reason why he's probably worried, right? Because he's thinking, wow, what is she saying? What is that friend saying about me? Is my wife or partner listening to that person?
Why doesn't it work the reverse for guys? Because they don't care?
Because they're just not talking as much.
Oh,
they're really just not, they aren't sharing as much. He is not blabbing about his wife, most likely, even when men are getting divorced.
I've seen,
they're not
exactly,
blabbing.
Elizabeth, I've seen guys go through divorce and they haven't even told their friends they're going through a divorce.
Exactly. So they're just not sharing as much. It's not as threatening to that relationship. Also, a woman tends to control sort of the social life of the couple. So if she doesn't like his friends, they're getting rid of them. You know, they're going to go.
So clearly there are underlying problems than just not liking a friend.
Exactly.
But what are some tips that couples can work on in this situation?
So you want to really first understand that there are other people in your marriage. So we often think in-laws can be very meddling, but you have to understand there are friends in this marriage. They're part of it, really. So that's number one. You want to understand then what is that issue. I don't like your friends, but why don't I like them? She's a drama queen, or she's a bad influence, or I'm feeling threatened. You want to get at that underlying issue, because even if you got rid of the friend, it's going to come back later.
I think that, though, you may be able to have a situation where the guy is attempting to win over the girlfriends because you know that they play such an important role in the life of your spouse or your significant other, and so you'd want them to like you.
Are you speaking from personal experience, or you're just...
Tiny bit. Well, I'm a very nice person. I try to, you know...
No one said you weren't nice, lad.
Like I'm all defensive.
Or you got lots of friends, lad.
So if the guy's trying to win over the friends...
It's smart. That's a smart
There you
strategy,
go.
right?
Okay.
You know, because it's good. Hopefully you will have friends. They're awesome, right? For people, they support your spouse, they support your marriage, so it's good to bring them in.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. This is very interesting.
Thank you.
Very interesting stuff. Good to see you.